Welcome to Chaos. Ready? Rolling. It is a very well-known fact about Chey. No matter how little or how much you know about me, I feel like this is one general fact that pretty much everyone knows, especially if you've seen me in person, or just you've seen a lot of my videos. I own a lot of band merch. I'm wearing some right now, as I usually am. This is a fact that has reigned true for most of my life. I have always been crazy about music. I have always loved bands. I've always loved supporting bands, and I was a little Hot Topic girly back in the day. Not so much anymore in the past few years, but back in the day, home away from home. So I've always owned a lot of band merch. I've never owned a lot of fandom merch. I'm looking at my Supernatural merch and I'm gonna retract that statement. The type of merch I own the most of, though, I'll say that, has always been band merch. It has been such a relevant theme in my life that even when I was at Georgetown, part of my byline, like in my bio, was you can spot her walking across campus because she wears a different band t-shirt every day. While a slight exaggeration, it's not that far off from the truth, I promise. And over the past couple years, shall we say, I have fallen wholeheartedly back into my love of music, into my love of bands and artists and the scene in general. So I have acquired quite a few more items. Quite a few. And as part of the moving process of getting out of my parents' house and into my own place, I have been moving a lot of clothes. Clothes from now, clothes from my childhood, a lot of clothes. And then last year, I cannot believe that I'm already saying that, but last year I made a video about Beartooth's song Riptide, and in it I have a segment where I make a joke about how much Beartooth merch that I own. Here's the clip so you can see what I'm talking about. And that's only about 85% of my Beartooth merch. That's all the merch that was still at my parents' house. Not including the 15% that was now moved into my own house. And after filming that and using that photo, sending that photo to a lot of people, whether for serious or for memes, I love to meme on that photo being like, I don't have a problem. After filming that bit, filming that skit, and looking at that photo over and over, I got to thinking, how much Beartooth merch do I own? I know it's a lot, but like, how much do I own, like in quantity? And then I got to the bigger question. How much band merch do I own? Not just Beartooth, but like band merch from over the years, artist merch. How much do I own? And so this is part one of this giant project that I am undertaking. And this is an evolving project because I'm getting new merch all the time when I go to tours and stuff like that. I don't have the money to constantly be buying merch, but I am slowly acquiring new things as a fan does. So while this will not always be up to date, I do plan on maybe doing something like this every few years, definitely not every year. And when I first started of thinking to undertake this process and tape it, I thought, what was the best way to do it without hating myself all at once? And so I decided to do the project in phases, of which, like I said, this is the start of. So instead of counting all my artist merch at once, trying to gather it all together, like records, tapes, bandanas, tops, bottoms, all of that stuff, instead I'm going to start by categories. So in this video, I'm going to start by counting all of my band/artist merch tops. Besides vinyl, I'd say tops probably make up the majority of the merch that I own. Tops being sweaters, t-shirts, hoodies, tops. And I know it's gonna be numerous, but I figured I'd start with the bulk and just grab the bull by the horns because that is gonna be a massive part of this project, is going through all the tops. So that's where we're starting. Now, part of the trouble is that my clothes are still divided between houses because I still keep clothes at my parents' house whenever I go to visit them and stay with them for a bit, and also because I'm still trying to find room and organization in this house, like how I want things. So I'm gonna have to do this in two different parts. I'm gonna have to count all the tops here, and then all the tops at my parents' house. I don't think it's gonna be as bad as I initially feared. I think it's gonna be fine. It's just gonna be a process. So we're gonna start here. Well, actually, that's a lie. I've already done the part at my parents' house because I was snowed in for 2 weeks with 8 inches of snow and ice. And now, after I'm filming this intro, I'm about to start counting all the tops here and sorting them. But you, after editing, are gonna see this first. You're gonna see all my clothes here first, because this is gonna be the majority of it. Then, to wrap things up, we'll go to my parents' house, check in with that later Chey, and see what she comes up with. For the sake of time and all of our sanity, I don't plan on showing y'all every individual piece of merch. What I do plan on doing is I'm gonna sort the merch into piles based on artists, bands, what have you. Then, at the end of the sorting, I'm gonna count up how many pieces are in each pile, tally up which band or artist has the most, and I may show y'all some of my favorite pieces of merch, some of my oldest, some of the most interesting. And while I'm going through that tallying up process, I will definitely go through and show y'all each individual band or artist that is represented. I probably just won't be going through each individual piece. Then at the end, we'll tally it up, see who has the most, and I may show y'all the artist that has the most, but I think we're gonna know who has the most. So I think we'll probably just stick with the most interesting, the oldest, my favorite pieces. It's gonna be interesting to see pieces of merch that I've forgotten about, artists that I may have forgotten that I have their merch, if there's any pieces of merch that I no longer want and want to get rid of, and just, it'll be cool to see the total number and see how much I have thrown my life away. I have to go to a doctor's appointment, so I'm not gonna get started right now, but luckily you live in the future, where I can just do this. I have changed out of my Beartooth sweater, and just to make sure that I don't forget to count among the piles, and I have changed into my Georgetown sweatshirt. That being said, there's a lot that we gotta get to because I have a wardrobe here, I have a wardrobe there, I have totes in the other bedroom, I have suitcases here. We're gonna have a lot to go through. This may have to be a piece-by-piece process. We're gonna get started on the suitcases, and I think I'm gonna listen to some audiobooks or something while I do it. I don't know. Let's get started. I'm dreading and also excited for this, so let's get started, shall we? This is gonna be fun. Especially because I'm gonna have to figure out if I've already counted these shirts or not. I'm pretty sure that I've already counted this shirt. So I'm gonna set it aside for now until I can review the footage. Fix it in post. Okay, I have like 5 pairs of jeans here. Why? Why? We got one. We got our first one. First pile done. I am a woman with no regrets. I'm dangerous. These demons knock on my door, but they don't dare to come in. 'Cause I know what's best for them. Y'all didn't believe me about having 2 pairs of Riptide sweatpants. This is the second pair. I have 2. I know I am. Just me casually forgetting a t-shirt that like one of the most recent t-shirts that I've gotten. That's when you know you have a problem. It's a great Beartooth song, by the way. That's mildly disappointing, but also kind of shocking. There's only 3 items out of this suitcase. So, we've made more progress than I thought we were going to. So I'm going to put this stuff back in the suitcase to save some room because we're going to need every single little inch of space we can get in this room. Security camera angle for the win. The first dresser drawers that we're going to be going through is this baby right here, but I wanted you to have an angle of the floor, that way you can see the growing piles of chaos among us. Excuse the joke. Right now, all we have is, and hilariously, that's the one pile you can't see. Okay. That's all we have right now. That's it. Which is bigger than you might think. That's what she said. Help me. We're gonna get started. We're gonna get rolling on this. Am I being lazy and just wearing leggings for pants? You betcha. Alright, Chey, let's stop stalling and let's get started. Yikes. First drawer is the test of truth. Ignore what's happening here, ignore what's happening there. I know that my room's about to be a mess, so I don't really care about straightening it up, because I'm going to straighten it all up at the end, okay? Bear with me. Actually, while we're at it, 2 more tops. Okay. Here we go. Should I count Nashville hardcore? Does that count? I'm going to set it aside. Maybe. Does a bodysuit count as a top? Miscellaneous. Come in. Not as bad as I may have hoped. Oh, yep. Yeah. Okay, here's where we're getting into a little bit more of the meat. I think this is just a work shirt. That is... I'm gonna go ahead and start sorting these into piles. This is... Homage. This is A Day to Remember. Oof. Unis Honest, Vegeta, Legend of Zelda, PewDiePie, Work Shirt, Dissonation. A Day to Remember. Dirty Nil. But they don't dare come in. I really should have started a Beartooth pile. I really should have. But, Chey, what about that sweet montage we would have gotten? Is this just another work shirt? This is where all my work shirts disappeared to. Dude. Ice Cube. Milky Way. Milky Way. You see how empty this drawer was? Okay, and I have also made the executive decision. This is gonna have to be moved. Dangerous. These demons knock on my door. Guess which pile this one's gonna be. Keep your eye on this one, boys and girls, because it's gonna be Tooth. Who are you? Are you oh no? Oh, okay, no you're not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Does it look like chaos? It's pretty much chaos. I don't think that there's many in these drawers because these are like pajamas and pants. So, yeah, there's nothing in there. And I don't think there's anything in here either. Oh, wait. I stand corrected. I stand twice corrected. Do I have any of their other shirts out yet? Oh, God. Okay. Where's the Milky Way shirt? There it is. This is such a mess, but this is honestly also kind of why I'm doing this. To see how badly my dresser is in need of being rearranged. The answer is pretty darn badly, but I'm not gonna worry about it until after this is, like, done, because there's no reason in worrying about it until it's done. Oh, wait. Gosh darn it. Gosh diddly darn it. Believe me, this pains me too. To put clothes back like this, but help me. I might have to move the chair. Okay, we're gonna move next to my other wardrobe, and then I'm gonna question everything that I've ever done in my life. Oh my gosh, y'all, I just found so many more that I forgot existed. This is not a good thing. Oh my gosh. I found like all the ones that I used to wear all the time in college. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. This is not good at all. Not looking good for Chey. Oh no. 21 Pilots. What are you? Oh no, a Panic at the Disco shirt. I'm panicking at the Chey-sco. How am I gonna come out around this? I don't know, Chey. Maybe move the chair? I'm finding so many clothes in here that I forgot existed. Band t-shirts and just like Supernatural t-shirts. Oh my gosh. How did I forget all these like existed, dude? Probably because I have ADHD and they just, if I don't see them, they don't exist. Great. 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 It's not good. It's very not good. So you just heard me say it's pretty bad. And you might be like, Chey, how bad could it possibly be? How many band t-shirts could you possibly get from one wardrobe? I'm gonna see if I can get all of these. Try this! This is how many came out of one wardrobe. Not two, not both. All those are still on the floor. This is from the second one that I just did. All of this. This is like the size of a human. This is the size of me. Alright? This is a lot. This is a lot. I'm gonna get to sorting. But you know what? Just for posterity, I'm gonna show you how much more we have left to go, okay? I'm gonna just show you how much more we have left to go through. So, there are some Beartooth sweaters in here, and I think there might be some jackets in here, possibly. But I know there are some sweaters in here Like that one. Bruh. Bruh. Oh, is that my cousin? I sure hope that's my cousin, because if it's not, that's weird. What are they doing? Oh, they're just riding four-wheelers up and down the road. Go away! I'm trying to film. Go away. Anyway, what I really have to worry about is this. All of those are clothes. Now, not all of them are t-shirts or band t-shirts. As you can see, like, that's just a plain t-shirt design. Some of these aren't even mine. They're just family stuff, but 95% of this is mine, and 95% of this is band merch. Look at that. 30 Seconds to Mars hoodie, Beartooth Disease shirt, Falling in Reverse, we don't want to talk about that one, I Prevail. They're all just in there. They're all in there. And I'm going to have to slowly get them out and count them. This might turn into a 2-day process. Yikes. Dropping these was a terrible decision. But now I had to live with the circumstances of my actions. So I'm going to get to sorting these into the proper piles. Yay. This is our current standings. I am afraid. I am afraid for current me. I am afraid for future me. I have not done any kind of official count whatsoever, but this is generally where we stand, and this is just my room. Okay, y'all, honest break time, because I need to cool down. I don't really know how to handle that. I think I am just gonna go through the totes in here to keep the totes in here and keep as much mess out of my room as possible. We're already past that point. But, you know, whatever I can do to help Chey, I'm gonna do it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit here and rest a second, and then I'm gonna get over there and start emptying out the totes here. I apologize for any crappy angles. I am just a girl. You don't want to know how I'm managing to prop you up right now. Ignore this. Ignore that. And we have our first one. My Nicolas Cage sweatpants. They're not band merch. Pajamas. Okay. So there's only one band shirt out of all that. The first of 3. I'm also starting to get very hungry. I would tell you to take a shot for every time that I find a t-shirt that I forgot existed, but you'd be dead by now, so I'm not going to do that to you. I had a thought, though, while I was digging through t-shirts, because I found a Bring Me the Horizon t-shirt, and I was never, like, a huge Bring Me the Horizon fan. The audio is probably crap on this, I'm sorry. It's not that I didn't like Bring Me the Horizon, it's just that, like, they weren't my main band or anything like that. And so I only had, like, one t-shirt. Until I just remembered that I had a second, because I found it, and I thought, you know what? If I had a dime for every time that I had a Bring Me the Horizon shirt, I'd only have 2 dimes, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? Or nickels. You know the meme. I don't have to explain it to you. Asking Alexandria and the album that we don't talk about. I'm not going to tell you what album it is. I'd like to know what you guess. Here's a quick question. So Asking Alexandria was like my favorite band to get me started in the metalcore screamo scene back in 2012 or whenever. When Stand Up and Scream, shortly after Stand Up and Scream came out. I have followed them ever since. I want to know, what do you think is my least favorite Asking Alexandria album, and what do you think is my most favorite? If you know the answer, no you don't. I'm actually curious to see how many people can guess it correctly. Both of them correctly. Oh my gosh, a Capture the Crown shirt back when they were doing Jason Derulo covers? What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? Does Ben Bruce's line count? I don't think I counted Sam Betley, so I don't think Ben Bruce would count. This is Ben Bruce's Family First line, back when that was a thing. Also, now that Ben is out of AA, okay. Now that Ben is out of Asking Alexandria, do you think we're gonna finally get that solo album that we were promised years ago? Benjamin? I know, like, you're taking time off to spend and be with your family. That's great. I want you to prioritize that. But is there a possibility in the future sometime? Sincerely asking. Another Asking Alexandria shirt. Who's shocked? Y'all might be shocked to actually find this out, but Asking Alexandria was my favorite band until Beartooth came along. Like, up until 2019. Yeah. That recent, y'all. Okay. And before I show y'all the pile on the bed, I'm sure you can see it's growing. Before I show y'all the final pile, I will put the stuff that's not relevant back up. That way there's no confusion. The Doors, of which I share a shirt with Ben Bruce, because he's my fave. What is this? Oh. I sure hope I don't run out of phone storage. Okay, so Anapura, which is no longer a band, was my friend's band. Alright! We got our first round done. Our first batch done, y'all. On to the next tote. Beartooth. Beartooth. Oh, sorry, I'm giving y'all spoiler alerts. These are so nice and neatly packed, too. My mom is gonna kill me. Bootleg merch! I didn't buy it, I got it for Christmas. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss the thing. Yeah, okay, I think this is a bunch of older stuff. Okay. So far, according to my knowledge, that is officially the end of all of that. There we go. This is the final pile to sort and go through. For comparison, I guess you can't really tell looking in the containers now. Well, this one's mostly empty. I packed some other stuff in other totes from it. But this is a good amount. Oh, there is one more place. I lied. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? My closet, which has no light in it, so you can hardly tell. So you'll just have to trust me. But there's a lot of band merch in here, too. I'll check back in when we get to the sorting. Hello! Coming to you live from my own stupidity. My own stupidity. This is all that I got out of my closet. It's literally up above my knees. Okay. I choose violence. I guess I'm gonna have to choose some sort of actionable violence to get by with this. Hold on. I'm just gonna have to, like, crawl over here. Alright, let me prepare myself. Let me get ready, because I'm either gonna take a giant leap over this. I don't want to push it down, because then I'm gonna lose in a mess of coat hangers. Let's prepare. Can I step over it? Hiya! Yes, I can, but just barely. I am so scared of falling on my face, it's not even funny. I can't step over it. I can't go around this chair. I feel like the one can't go under it, can't go around it. I'm just gonna have to suck it up and do it. Alright. Gonna have to step over or something. Alright. 1, 2, 3!
Class D found.
Scare ya? Hope not. That wasn't too scary. Don't worry about how I did it. Just bask in the wonder of it. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Can you take me higher? I think to keep things on the hangers, I'm gonna try to make separate stacks of them and then stack them together at the end. Maybe? Okay, I give up on that endeavor. Wow, we might actually have a contender here. Besides the hoodies, this is the last batch, so let's get to it. I think I'm gonna have to utilize this floor space over here, because I'm running out. At this point, I'm just dropping them where they lay. This is getting precarious. Oh, that's getting dangerous. No. 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 Listen to me. Listen to me. No. 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 This is getting real dangerous. Getting real precarious. Okay, what if I do it like this? Why do I have so many? Why do I have so many? Oh gosh, now my chair is full. I'm too lazy to take it out of the hanger anymore. I'm just upset. I'm so tired. I had to fold it. It's gonna bother me if I don't. I feel bad for the way that, like, I've thrown this band merch around. But also, like, put yourself in my near shoes. Oh god, don't you dare fall. I have taken a small break because I did an Oracle thing again, and I predicted that my phone was going to run out of storage, so I was here removing those videos, putting them back on my laptop, and I'm taking this as a sign to take a break and get some dinner, and then when we go back in there, I will do a final count, a roundup, and probably end out the night putting all the clothes up haphazardly. I'll probably worry about it more in the morning, and I'll probably just lay down to read. No God, no religion. Just bad, freaking bad decisions, bro. I want y'all to see what I go through for this channel. This is either gonna be very terrible, or it's gonna work. Great. Gaff tape fixes everything. POV. This is gonna be great for my phone screen. Y'all, this is what we see when we come into my room. This is the current state of affairs. I'm filming on my new camera because, my phone is a little bit occupied. She's still recording. I literally cannot see what I look like on that camera because there's gaff tape attached to it, just wrapped around a broom. And what is that broom on? It's balanced on the fan with a book to counter lever it. Oh, I'm sorry, my wallet to counter lever it up there to hold it down, and then a book to prop it up a little bit. I am nothing if not an engineer, ladies and gentlemen. Can you say genius? She's a genius. A mad scientist, perhaps, but I sure hope this thumbnail is gonna be looking real good, otherwise it's gonna seem real stupid. Please be good, because I literally cannot tell what I'm filming, what I was doing. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't think I'm getting all this cleaned up tonight. I don't see it happening. I have yet to start counting these. Honestly, I'm afraid to. Okay, we're gonna go. Good night. Do I wave at you this way? Do I wave at you this way? I don't know. I gotta get her down, though. She's still recording. I literally cannot see what I look like on that camera because there's gaff tape attached to it, just wrapped around a broom. I sure hope this thumbnail is gonna be looking real good, otherwise it's gonna seem real stupid. Hold on, I'm coming to free you. Who let me do this? Who let me? Which one of you? Which one of you allowed me to make such badly informed decisions? Oh, I just want to talk. To quote my former boss, he's not out there watching this. And even if he is, none of them know which one I'm talking about right now. To quote my former boss, plan of attack. I just woke up. This is not me memeing for the camera. I literally did just wake up like 5 minutes ago and then just picked up my phone and started filming. Because wake up montages are a thing. So, plan of attack. I think I'm gonna go get some coffee and get some breakfast first. Just some oatmeal and make my coffee. Then I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna start tallying up all the t-shirts and start tallying up the categories. But I'll probably just sit in here or in the living room in the quiet and eat for a bit. Then I'll come in here with my coffee and get started while my phone's charging. This might be a problem. Who is shocked though because the definition, my middle name, is a problem. Alright, I've already shown you the state of affairs, but I have gotten my breakfast, I've gotten my coffee, you're propped up against my laptop. I'm just gonna get started on writing down all of the crap, and I forgot my list. I'm gonna get started on listing all of the artists that are represented here. And then I'll worry about tallying it up. Let me go get that, because Chey always forgets at least one thing. And the sound of your hellos. Now all I do is wonder why I did this to me. Oh, calamity. I have my list. I hate that I'm stepping on all this merch. I hate it, but honestly, there's no way around it right now. You trying to kill me? Stay. Cease. Let me get my coffee for this, okay? Hold on. I should have gotten it before I got down here, but Chey's not in the business of making good decisions. I have officially, I think, finished counting all the different artists. Well, actually, I haven't counted them up yet. I have just gone through and listed all of them, and now I'm going to count them out and make sure that I haven't missed anyone, but I wanted to do, like, my own little live reaction. And guess where you're sitting right now? On top of the Beartooth merch pile. That is how tall it is. Yikes. Did I put Sorry Mom on here? I don't think I did. I think I missed them. Okay, well, there's one that I forgot, but I knew it was there. Alright, now I'm gonna go through and live count this with you. Here's the list. Here's the list. I also have a miscellaneous category down there for, like, my festival t-shirts and my record label t-shirts, stuff like that. I figured that since I've already done the one at home, surprise, and I counted my Sumerian Records t-shirt, I'm just gonna count the tour t-shirts and various instrumental t-shirts, but I'll count them as miscellaneous. But look, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, let me estimate. I think there's probably, like, maybe 50. I think there's, like, 50 artists represented here, not including miscellaneous. I think not including miscellaneous, there's like 50 artists here. I would guess. And I missed one! I missed one. I knew I did. I'm gonna say 50. Let's see how close or terrible that I am. Because did I also skip out on putting George Ezra? I keep forgetting some. Because, like, some are put underneath other shirts or, like, just barely poking out. Lord, Chey. I don't have two avatars, right? Cliff Diver, Slipknot, Twin Pilots, Journey, Tooth, Doors, Love? Does that say Crew? I think it says Motley Crue. I can't read my own handwriting. Guns N' Roses, TCA, Taylor, Body Snatcher, Def Leppard, Brantley Gilbert, Threshold, Miscellaneous. Sorry Mom, Falling in Reverse. Okay. I'm gonna say there's 50. Let's see how close I am. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. This is gonna... If my count is correct, my total count on this page, not including miscellaneous, is 50. It's 50. I was right on the money. I need to go buy a fucking lottery ticket. I honestly don't know what to say, because haters gonna say it's fake, but... I guessed 50 because I gave an estimate to my mom last night where I, like, generally counted, and it was, like, close to 50 because I was just doing it from where I was talking in my bed, and I was like, 1, 2, 3, yeah, but I didn't actually get down here and officially count. So I guess 50 because it was, like, the next, you know, most round number, and I got it right. Go Chey! Awesome! Okay, so... If I haven't missed any, if I haven't double counted, then I was right on the money, not including miscellaneous. There's 50 artists here. Whew. That means there's at least 50 merch items here. Probably 100. Maybe not 100. Most of these artists only have like one top or like one shirt each. But Beartooth definitely makes up for probably 2 per artist. Alright, I think how we're going to do this is I'm going to stand up and I'm going to go through each individual artist and point out to you where they are at in the piles. And I will also provide a list to the side or wherever for your convenience. I'll also probably put a list in the description of just the artists in general for anyone who's curious and the list moves too fast or whatnot. I will definitely put a list down in the comments of all the artists that I mentioned, and I'll tag them too. If they have a YouTube or socials, I will also tag them in case you've never heard of one of those artists, but you like the merch. I can't really link the merch because a lot of these were tour exclusives or just they're not in print anymore, but I will definitely link the artist for y'all to be able to check out in case you're curious by the merch or they just sound cool. Yeah, good idea, Chey. Off track, but I'm looking at my TBR shelf and I just want to read right now. Chey, we are in the middle of a t-shirt crisis. Let's focus. Let's focus. Let's focus. We're gonna stand up. I'm gonna go through all the artists, show you the different various piles, where everything is. I missed one! God dang it! I told you, it's like a freaking Easter egg hunt, bro. Okay, so I wasn't directly on the money, but I was pretty freaking close. It's 51. there's 51. Alright. Well, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I'm just kidding, obviously. That's amazing that I was pretty much right on the money, and I'll probably find some more as we're going through these, but this is where it stands as of right now. So that's what we're going to go with. That's what we're going to go with. And I will update later on if for some reason I go through these and I find more. But we're just going to go with... And I found another one. God dang it, there's 52! They're multiplying before my very eyes! 52. Let's hear it for round 52! Take a shot every time that Chey discovers an artist that she didn't remember that she had. Please tell me I listed down Iron Maiden. Please tell me that it's not going to be 53. Please tell me I wrote down Iron Maiden. If I didn't write down Iron Maiden, I'm going to be upset with myself. Okay, I did. Enough horsing around. Let's get up, let's show y'all. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure t-shirt chaos. So this is where I was just sitting. This is where that t-shirt that I just found at the end was. And then there, under there, is the other t-shirt that I found just as I was sitting there, which made 52. Alright, let's stand up. Let me stop stepping on these as much as possible. And let's stand right here for me to be able to tell y'all what the heck is going on. Where to even start, bro? I don't even know. I'll try to go moderately slow, that way y'all can see who I'm talking about in this mess of stuff. Firstly, I want to point out before anyone says anything, my MCR jacket... Listen, she's safe, she's piled on some clothes, but my MCR stack is right here. I just didn't want to take it off the hanger, so I put it right there. But that's My Chemical Romance, and that pile right there is My Chemical Romance. Alright, on to the others. I'm trying to not get my feet as many shots as possible. Bad Omens, Blink-182, Periphery, Dirty Nil, Capture the Crown, The Clash, Aerosmith, Anapura, which is a local band that my friend was in and is no longer a band. Thresholds, another local band that I don't know if they're still a band. Body Snatcher, Rivals, Slipknot. The guitar shirt right there, that's Taylor Swift. That is from the very first concert that I ever went to of my own choosing, and it was Taylor Swift's Fearless Tour 2009. This entire pile is 21 Pilots. It's mostly hoodies. Guns N' Roses, a remote, a shoe, coffee, a shoe. Bless you. Motley Crue, Journey, The Doors, those two kind of fell off of each other. Def Leppard, those two also kind of fell off of each other. This City Awaits, a band that my friend was in that I don't even know if they're still a band anymore. Falling in Reverse Tank Top, Brantley Gilbert, and then Lynyrd Skynyrd under that. And then slowly panning over here, that giant pile that fell over, I dare you to guess who that is. Just take a guess. Got your guesses in? Okay, yeah, it's Beartooth. We have Avatar, Destination, a local Nashville band, Frank Iero, Eric Church, the Rolling Stones, as I've shown you. This pile right here is A Day to Remember. Another pretty substantial pile. We Came as Romans, Wage War, Ice Cube, Iron Maiden, Sorry Mom, Bob Seger, Bring Me the Horizon. That pile, which is also a pretty thick little pile. Asking Alexandria, Cliff Diver, George Ezra, Miscellaneous, that's why I'm not commenting on it, it's Miscellaneous, it's a Blue Ridge Rockfest t-shirt. Sex Pistols, Motionless in White, Panic at the Disco, I Prevail. This stack, which is much taller than I thought it would be, is Ghost. And it's mostly t-shirts. I didn't know that I owned so many freaking Ghost t-shirts, but I guess I do. Metallica, Pierce the Veil, MCR, as I've said, Suicide Silence, 30 Seconds to Mars, funny enough, Panic at the Disco, Behemoth, Luke Combs. I think that that is officially everyone besides the miscellaneous shirts, which are just tour t-shirts and company t-shirts, like I said. I'll go over them later, because there's only a few of them. Now, I get to start counting, and then putting all this up. That's my project for today. This video is not about beauty, this video is not about aesthetics, this video is about survival. I'm gonna need every little bit of survival I can get, every little bit of survival instinct I can get, I'm gonna need it. So our biggest piles are definitely gonna be Beartooth, which has toppled over in the force of its own sheer will, might, and audacity. Starts down here, and then just topples over. Then we have A Day to Remember, which is another pretty substantial little pile with Asking Alexandria behind it. Pretty good. The most shocking one, like I said, though, to me, is Ghost. Like, the fact that Ghost... I collapsed! I have fallen! The Empire's fallen. Perhaps, I think the most surprising thing to me is that Ghost is, like, the same height as my Day to Remember pile. Like, that, to me, I'm so shocked at that. I did not know I owned that many Ghost t-shirts. Nothing against Ghost. I love Ghost. I just didn't realize I had that many. Because I haven't worn them in a long time. I've mostly been wearing... Well, we're not going to talk about that. Let's just get to counting. And let's be honest, at this point y'all are probably sick of B-roll, so I'm not going to worry about filming a bunch of it for while I'm counting. Let's just get through this. I found another one! Danny Warshnop. Okay, so that makes 53. Great. 53 Danny from his solo tour. Danny Warshnop 1. I'm not counting that with AA because that was his solo tour. Now I'm like questioning all of my piles. Like, I forgot what I just counted. I guess the next big pile that we're going to tackle is the A Day to Remember pile. But where should I put you for this viewing experience? Huh. I am humbly asking you to ignore what a mess my room is right now, because I just woke up and I am prioritized on doing this first, and then I'm gonna deal with that. This pile, right here, from this bottom up to this top, this is A Day to Remember. So, let me move these guys out of the way somewhere. What do we want to say, like 10? 1. There's a hoodie. 2. 3. 4. Oh, there's more than 10. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. We're down to the last few big piles, so I'm just going to go through these in real time with y'all. First up is Slipknot. I'm going to say there's probably only like 3 or 4 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4? Or is that a 5th one? Nope. 4. Let's get to TOP. A lot of these are mostly hoodies, so they take up the bulk. 1 TOP. 2. 3. 4. I just dumped these together. 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. Oh my gosh. 7. Is that it? I found another band! Look, real time, no editing magic. Laying underneath here was 1,000 Foot Crutch. Just suffering underneath there. So, all because of you. You were hidden there. 1,000 Foot Crutch makes 54. This is the current TOP pile, though. And I lost count. I forgot what my count was. I think it was like 6 or 7. 6. 7. 7. 7 for TOP. Alright. The last 2 piles that I have left are Asking Alexandria and Beartooth. I'm going to go through Asking Alexandria first, because it's going to be relatively shorter. We're also going to be trying this angle, because why not? So let me move my Bob Seger stuff out of the way. Nice big floor to count. This is the AA stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ow. And the reverse count just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna put that on last, actually. 7, 8, 9, 10. What did I say beforehand? Oh my god, do I have to go through and do this again? The answer is yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, I just lost count again. I freaking hate ADHD. 1, 2, 3, 10. There's only 10? Okay, I'm gonna go with 10. There's only 10. That's a pretty significant amount, though. That's a pretty good amount. Let me get up without making even more of a mess, though. I think that ship has long since sailed, if we're being quite honest with ourselves. Temporary pause because my phone ran out of memory, but now I have transferred all the videos, and we are back at it, and we have a problem. A very big problem. So, I guess, let's just do it. Let's just get it. Let's get this bread. I'm sorry, that was cringe. To be honest, I'm not quite sure how this is gonna go, but all of this and stuff that has fallen into the back is Beartooth. I may have to get a couple different angles on this to see what is the best. And my coffee has gotten cold. Yay. I decided this might be one of the best angles to get started with this. 1, 2. All the hangers are hanging on each other. 3, 4, 5. These have all been hoodies and sweatshirts, by the way, so far. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Hi, hello. This one still has the tag on it. I think it was a Christmas gift. 18. 19. We're gonna have to do some re-angling here. Was this 18? Oh god, don't tell me I have to start again. You know what? Hold on. Alright, we're back on track. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. We have to start another stack. 24. Are we to the end? No need to fear the end, haha. 24, I believe. And 25. Or 26. Oh my god. Chey. 26. This is all of my Beartooth merch. This does not do it justice. Hold on. Look at all this. I'm drowning in my own merch. Help me. Help me. Help. No! Things got much worse. Much quick. This is all of my Beartooth merch. All the Beartooth merch at this house, I should say. Unless there's some on my bed. I don't think there is, though. I forgot another artist! Oh my god! Oh my god, I was just looking on my... Okay, 26 Beartooth. Great! Oh. I was looking over on my bed to make sure like I didn't have a hoodie or something over there, and I just remembered that I took a shirt home to wash, because my washing machine's messed up, whatever, and I put it in my bag to bring, and I've completely forgotten that it was in my bag this whole time. Hold on. Stay! Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure amazination. I'm so mad at myself that I forgot this. I forgot my We Were Sharks shirt. I freaking love We Were Sharks. This is the only shirt that I own by them, and so it's very, very special to me. And I completely forgot that it was in my bag. So we have, like, what, 55 artists now? 55? just stabbed my face with a freaking coat hanger. I think that was all the Beartooth merch, honestly. I've lost a little bit of my sanity while trying to do that. Everything has fallen. Everything has fallen. This was all on top of me. I hope you're having a good day. Who am I, Alfalfa? Jeez. The things that I do for this band. I hope that one was sitting on top, because otherwise, what was the point? Oh, I was laying under this one, so I even missed one. I have officially finished the count, and so I feel just as finished. I'm gonna sit here and finish my coffee. I'm gonna stop using the word finish. Sit here, drink the rest of my coffee, and then I'm gonna tally up the final count. I'm not gonna film me cleaning all this up because I just don't want to. Later tonight, after all this is cleaned up, and after I have done some other things with my day and made myself presentable, I will come back with an updated total wrap-up, total count, final stats summary. Catch you later. Before we move on to the second half of this video, I said at the beginning that I was going to try to show off whatever category ended up having the most items, as well as a few of my favorite merch items that I own. Maybe they're my favorite for sentimentality, maybe I just think they're really cool, and that's what I'm going to do now. The category that ended up having the most here at this house was, unsurprisingly, Beartooth, with 26 items. Considering that we have a lot to go through, I'm going to do the Beartooth category first, and then we're going to segue into some of my favorites from this collection. And then I'll transfer you over to Other House Chey, where we can do all of this all over again. So this one's kind of a bootleg merch. I didn't buy it. I got this for Christmas. I forget who from, but it was so, it was thoughtful. They know that I love Beartooth, and so they just got something for me for Christmas, which was nice of them. But I'm also counting it as band merch, because technically it is merch of a band. It's just not the band's official merch. This next one is actually one of my favorite t-shirts of theirs, but I don't wear it that often, and I don't know why, so I need to rectify that. Maybe this will be one of the ones that I wear more this year. This one is a limited edition one they did in 2022, I believe, for Halloween. It's got berry on the front and Riptide blue, and it's also got spider webs on the sleeves. I love this. I just think it's really cool. I don't remember how many were made. I just know that it was limited edition. And keeping on the long sleeve track, I believe this one was called the Trippy Disease long sleeve tee, I think. You can see why it was called that. It doesn't have anything on the back, but it does have disease written on the sleeve. Also, don't ask me why I'm just now noticing this. I guess because I'm looking at it with a more critical eye. I just realized that was a snake. I'm dumb as hell. Don't worry, I'm not just crumpling these shirts up, I'm hanging them up. That's why I'm not folding them. And one of the other long sleeves, speaking of snakes and long sleeves, is the actual Beartooth Disease long sleeve snake tee, which has snakes for arms. Snakes for arms. That looks like crap. There we go. That's a little bit better. I wore this one a lot in college, I'm not gonna lie. I should have worn it more this winter. This winter? I should have worn it more this winter. Imagine if you actually had snakes for arms. This next one is also limited edition. I don't remember how many, but I got one for me and my mom because my mom loved this t-shirt and she was like, oh, it'd be cool to have one, and so I got us matching ones because I'm obnoxious. It's this guy. He's pretty cool. It certainly does have the vintage feel to it because it looks like a lot of the t-shirts that my mom has from the 80s and 90s. I'm not surprised that she loved it. I say that as a compliment. My mom has great taste. I sent my mom a picture of me with all the Beartooth merch, just the Beartooth merch, and I said, this is just the Beartooth merch, and she said, that's too much. It's not a competition. Yeah, right, Mom. Oh, this one's pretty special. Okay. This is one of the very first Beartooth pieces of merch I ever owned. This is their hoodie they released with Disease when it came out. I got this, I think, as a pre-order package. I know whenever I first pre-ordered Disease in college, I got a box with a bunch of different stuff in it. I think it was part of that package. Because I remember opening the box and being like, what the? I think it was part of that. Or it's possible that I got it at the show. Either way, it's one of the very first pieces of Beartooth merch I ever owned. It's very special to my heart. I love it. It's super comfy. I haven't worn it in a while just because I have so many other hoodies now to choose from, but it might be time to break it back out again. I love this hoodie. It was also one of my first departures from not wearing black in a long time. On another track of sentimental Beartooth hoodies, we have this guy. This is another one of my favorite hoodies. I'm not doing a great job at showing off these clothes because I am not a Poshmark seller. I am not or a good clothes seller, so my apologies. But I remember when I got this hoodie. I got this hoodie at a show. I got it at the Fillmore Silver Springs. I believe it was the Diseased and Disguised tour, I believe. I know it was the Fillmore Silver Spring because I remember seeing it there and it was freezing cold outside at the time. And I needed something else to throw on, to layer on. The problem is they had the denim jacket, which I now own, but at the time I didn't. And the denim jacket was $100 and I think this hoodie was like 70, I think. Either way, I only had like $100 in my bank account to my name because payday hadn't hit. So I could either try and walk home and have the denim jacket, or I could get the hoodie and just have enough for an Uber before payday. Clearly I chose the hoodie. It was actually one of the first times that I had a chat with Carlos too, because I kept staring at the hoodie and he was like, "Do you want to see it?" And I was like, "Yes, please." I don't know what's different about this hoodie, but the material, I should Chey, just compare the tags on the hoodies. I love whatever material this is made with. It almost has like a denim jacket, like a well-worn denim jacket quality to it. I don't know how to explain it otherwise than that. If you have a well-worn denim jacket that you love, then you know what I'm talking about, that feeling. I wore this thing all the time in college. One of the last hoodies, but not one of the least favorite. I don't have any least favorites. There's this one that has the lyrics to one of my favorite breakdowns that Beartooth has. Listen to the sound of your children revolting. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. It's also very thick and heavy, so it's warm. I love the color of this. It's a good curl up, do nothing, chill out, but also stay warm hoodie. I also don't remember where I got this. I think I just bought it from their store, because I think it was still up at the time. As in, this item was still up at the store. Their store is still up. Back to t-shirts. This t-shirt is another one that I got gifted for Christmas. The only reason I think that I haven't worn it yet is because I think it's a size too small. It's a medium, and I am a thick girl. I don't know. I think I'm just nervous to try it on. I have issues with my body. Yay! And I think it's been a while since I tried it on, so I need to, because if I can wear it, I need to wear it. I freaking love this design, dude. Either that or make it into a really sick pillowcase. Or like wall art. I've seen where people have been taking their t-shirts and like their old band t-shirts, like from the 2009 era of band t-shirts, and they're starting to get worn out, but they don't want to trash them, so instead they like stretch them over canvas and then make them wall art. I think that's so genius. This t-shirt I actually wear a lot. I think I actually have 2 of these. Don't ask me how I got 2, but I think this is the one that I own 2 of, and I wear them a lot, because they're just so comfy, and yet so simple. I can also wear them while doing production as long as I have a jacket to cover up the back. Such a great shirt though. I am a sucker for simple black and white. This t-shirt is well loved. Another t-shirt, this might be the one that I have 2 of. I don't remember. It's either that one I just showed you or it's this one. This one's also well loved. Again with the simple black and white until you turn it over. It has the lyrics to In Between, everybody gets high, everybody gets low, with a very sick live shot. There's another thing that Chey is a sucker for. It's t-shirts with a live photo of the band on them. Also, I just want to talk about this dude's face in the photo. It kills me every time. He's like, "Sir, you're gonna get hurt." Like, nah, bro, he's just chilling. Back to hoodie time. Who missed hoodies? This one's still in the hanger because I was about to put it up until I realized I still needed to film this segment. This one is one of the merch items they released in conjunction with their live stream, The Journey Below, which if you missed out on that live stream, oh my gosh, what a sick live show. Just what we needed during the pandemic, I'm not gonna lie, because I missed shows real bad. And it isn't the same thing, but it kind of scratched the itch, you know? So I bought a bunch of merch from The Journey Below. I really like the back design because it's formulated like a tour hoodie, but it wasn't a tour, it was a one-time event, right? But I still like how it has that format. Like, it has the date, and then it has their names, and it has the track list instead of various dates and cities. I don't know, I think it looks pretty sick. I like it a lot. It almost kind of looks like a crew hoodie, too. Oh my gosh, okay. One of my favorite merch items that I own in my entire collection that I try to not wear very often because I do wear it so often and I don't want to wear it out. Y'all know what I mean. This sweatshirt. Y'all have seen me wear this. If you've been around here, you've probably seen me wear this more than a dozen times. One of the comfiest things that I own, also one of the best looking things that I own, black and white minimalism wise. I've had so many people ask me where I got this. Has this been out of focus the entire time? Anyway, The honest answer is that I think I was just still able to get it. Oh my gosh, piece of thread. I was still able to get it while it was up on their site, and now it's not available anymore. You're gonna have to find it secondhand. Unless they do a rerun of it, which I would be totally down for because I would buy several of them if I had the monetary availability. I freaking love this thing. This is one of my more recent additions to my Beartooth merch collection, and quickly becoming my favorite hoodie that I own. It's a Surface hoodie. Or should I say, it's the Surface hoodie. Y'all, when my mom first saw this hoodie, when I first got it in and I was showing it off to her, I was like, look, Mom, look what I got. She went, give me that. She goes, can I fit in that? Give me that. She was telling me, like, I want one too. Like, I really like that. And my mom doesn't like hoodies. Like, she never wears hoodies unless it's freezing cold outside. So the fact that, like, her first reaction was, let me see that. Give it here. Is so funny to me. I even told Ashi, I was like, y'all need to make another run. It's got the lyrics to I Was Alive, and fun Chey fact, this is the hoodie that I wore to go get my I Was Alive tattoo. So not only is it a favorite, it's already sentimental and not even a year old. How did I miss this guy? But here is my other Beartooth Christmas sweater. It is very much, very, very oversized. But in a way, I kind of love it that way because it makes it super uber cozy to curl up in around Christmas time. It's very soft. I love all the little, like, skulls. Besides it being super, super oversized, I think this is like a 3XL. Do not ask me why I ordered it in this. But I bought it, maybe I bought it supersized on purpose. Either way, I love it. It's quickly become like my holiday necessary item to wear. Oh wait, yeah, this is just supersized. Because it's an XL. I thought maybe it was like a 3XL looking at it, but I guess it just is meant to be supersized. So I ordered it correctly because I usually wear an XL in their sizes to be comfortable. So yeah, it's just super oversized on purpose. Extra comfy. Now we're getting down to brass tacks. This was last year's tour t-shirt on the dual headliner with Trivium. It's funny how you can see Nashville right there about halfway through the dates, and then on this tour, it's the second to last date. What's up with that, boys? What's up with that? I'm teasing. I know how booking works. And another one of my very first ever Beartooth items that I owned, this OG tie-dye Disease t-shirt. I'm not a super huge fan of tie-dye, and I know you're looking back at all the clips of me wearing my Riptide tie-dye sweatpants and you're like, liar! And that's fine. But especially at the time, like, I thought of tie-dye only as like the blues and pinks and yellows, and it just wasn't my vibe. And then I saw this and I was like, okay, that's pretty freaking sick. I don't wear it so often because, like, I don't feel like orange is my color, but it is a very comfy shirt. Orange is not my color, as I'm just showing you Disease merch after Disease merch. I believe this is the shirt that I first met them in. I am 99.9% sure this came with the pre-order package for the Disease album, because I'm, again, 99% sure this is the shirt that I first met them in. Picture here for comparison. Chey, if you're wrong, please get on the floor and grovel and apologize, but I don't think you're wrong. It's funny looking back at that picture and then seeing where we are now. We're getting down to the end, finally. I will say, if I have missed a few here and there, it's because I've already started the process of putting up clothes because I was kind of delirious last night after doing all this. So, you saw me live count them. There are 26. It's just I think that I've already put some up, but also I may have all of them still out. I don't know. We're just gonna see in post. Besides my Riptide tie-dye sweatpants, this is probably the merch item that I wear the absolute most. It's the Riptide sweater. This thing is so freaking comfy, dude. It's so warm. Look at that. Look. It's so warm. And again, if you've been here a while, you've probably seen me wear this thing a lot. And it's because I do wear it a lot. I love it so much. It's honestly one of the first sweaters that I reach for when I start getting cold. It's weird because, like, it's warm, but it's also light enough to where you're not, like, super sweating in it. It's gorgeous, it's warm, it's soft. I don't know what else to tell you. I love it. I'm going a little bit cuckoo here. And another one of the merch items that I bought at that same show that I bought the hoodie at is this guy. It's this guy. It's Zach on a bike. I'm just kidding. Just another really cool t-shirt that I saw while I was at the show, and I was like, I have to get it and I have to wear it around my Catholic university. They also had poster prints of the same design at that show, but I was like, I want it on a t-shirt, so. Also, my walls of my dorm room at the time were already covered with concert posters and flags. Julia took a very aesthetic shot of me for her photography class one year. It's kind of hilarious to see how many posters and stuff I have in my room. Because not much has changed! Though, I want to put all those posters and flags up again somewhere, I just don't have the space for it right now. Oh, Another Beartooth shirt. Who's surprised? Another one of my faves, because it's one of my fave songs. It's the Sunshine t-shirt. Hell yeah! Look at this guy. Would you look at him? I love that design more than I love some albums. He's just a happy little guy. Also, it's kind of ironic because it's raining outside. Haha. I think I need some sunshine that would finally show. I'm showing you the wrong end. Take 2. It's ironic because it's raining outside, so I think I need some sunshine that would finally show. Is it a Chey video if I don't subject you to my terrible singing at least once? The answer is no. Your participation was not needed. The answer is no. On the Sunshine kick, here's another guy. It's the Sunshine tie-dye long sleeve. This thing is basically brand new. Why? Because in the process of moving, I kind of forgot that I had it. Listen, I've been moving, okay? Cut me some slack. I know, I've been moving for like a year now. Do you see why I'm stressed? I am glad, though, that this shirt is both a long sleeve, but also seems pretty lightweight, like cool, because this is going to be the perfect kind of long sleeve to wear when it gets chilly at night, but also still kind of warm during the day, like in February, like now, or March. And then again, our favorite little sunboy on the back. I'm gonna hang this up right now, that way I don't forget that I have it. Chey, how can you forget that you have a piece of merch? Privileged? Because I'm moving. That's my only excuse. So that's all for the Beartooth merch, pending. Now I'm just gonna go through and show you some of my favorite merch that I have in general of various artists. The first one that we're gonna start with is one of the first pieces of concert merch I ever owned. Because it came from the first concert I ever went to that was my own taste, not just going with my mom. And that is Taylor Swift, baby! Who saw that coming? I think I've already mentioned it in this video, so you probably did, but this came from the 2009 Fearless tour. This is my OG merch, bro. Look at that. I used to wear this thing all the time, so it's been worn. It's definitely been worn, but it has been so well loved, and I still love it. I actually wore it to like a Taylor Swift rave not too long ago. It's pretty awesome. Taylor, hit me up, bestie. Hit me up! A lot of my friends like to joke that they think me and Taylor would be unironically besties because we're so different aesthetically. I say we test that theory. Taylor, let's be besties. I'll take you in an Alpha Wolf show and you can take me to Hosier or something. Another piece of original Hot Topic band merch that I forgot that I owned because it was packed away for years is this OG Bring Me the Horizon t-shirt. This is like Sempiternal era, y'all. And I know that's not like the most way back Bring Me the Horizon, but this was like baby emo Chey. This was like 2014 Tumblr Chey. I can't drown my demons, they know how to swim, okay? And I am a Bring Me the Horizon fan. It's just that, I don't know. They're just one of the bands that I guess I more casually like. Like, I really enjoy their stuff. It's been really cool to see their evolution over the years. But I don't know, I feel like I'm just a more casual fan of them. My hyper brain cells are reserved for elsewhere. But this shirt's pretty cool. It's pretty sick. And I remember getting it from Hot Topic, too. Okay, Grandma, let's get you to bed. I also used to wear this shirt in gym whenever we had gym at school, and I thought it made me so edgy. One of my favorite bands that does not get enough love, and the only piece of merch so far in t-shirt form that I own by them, We Were Sharks. If you don't know We Were Sharks, you need to go look up We Were Sharks. They're like Canadian pop punk rock. They are just amazing. I love every single one of their albums. Every single song is just chef's kiss. I love these dudes so much. It is one of my life goals to eventually go to Canada, unless they come to the US, and see them live. Oh, we stop. Take a bad luck, turn it inside out, and oh no, it happened again. You can tell your friends that we're living with them now. One of my most random pieces of band merch that I own is a Destination t-shirt. This is a band local to Nashville, a smaller Nashville local band. And I found this at a bargain store. Brand new. I had never heard of this band until I found this shirt and I was like, oh, this looks really, really sick. And I was like, okay, this is clearly some kind of movie or like anime or band t-shirt. And I got on Spotify and looked them up and I was like, wait a minute. They're a local Nashville outfit, like a smaller band. What the hell is this doing here? But I listened to their stuff. I really liked it. I listened to it while I was browsing around in store. And I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta get this t-shirt to rep them. I'm freaking sweaty, bro. Another recent addition that has become one of my favorite pieces of merch that I own, and the only Body Snatcher t-shirt I own, it's this guy. Look at him. I just need you to take a second to bask in the glory that is this t-shirt. Yes, that is the iconic Johnny Cash photo with Body Snatcher. Yes, his name is Body Snatcher. That's him. With Body Snatcher photoshopped onto Johnny Cash's head. This was a Nashville exclusive. I think there were only like 40 made or something. It was a Nashville exclusive for the tour with We Came as Romans, Body Snatcher, A Mirror, and Archetypes Collide. My cousin went with me to the show. We saw this t-shirt, saw that it was like specially made for Nashville, and I was like, if I get one piece of merch from this show, it's gotta be this one. I also ended up getting a tour t-shirt, but I had to get one of these. This is freaking amazing. And even on the back, it just says Nashville, Tennessee. So you know you reppin' local, boy! A real quick merch item so I can go hang it back in the closet. I own a Cobra Kid jacket. Yeah, that's right. That's how much of a little emo I am. Yay! I remember when they first released the MCR line of, like, Danger Days actual costume merch. I wanted Frank's merch. This was my second choice. I love you, Mikey. But this was my second choice because I loved Frank's. However, as the years have passed on, my tastes have changed, and I'm so glad that I got this, because now I like this just a little bit more than Frank's style in Danger Days. So a very cool piece of official merch that I own. Very cool. I'm very happy with it. Baby Chey made a very good choice. Baby emo Chey, I should say. Hanging it back in the closet. Let's continue this My Chemical Romance theme and show you one of my, like, it actually might be my favorite piece of merch that I own now that I think about it. How many times am I going to say that in this video? It's probably my favorite t-shirt that I own because I have wanted this t-shirt for years. I idolized this t-shirt for years. It is iconic, and I could never get one because when I was smaller, my mom was like, there's no way I'm letting you wear that around. Which, you know, it is fair. And I also just didn't know where to get one. It was just iconic. It was everywhere. And then in 2021, it happened. It happened. Y'all, I finally got one. I got this at the MCR show. It was the very first time I'd ever seen My Chemical Romance. My bestie Angel happened to manage to get us tickets. We went and saw them in Nashville, which was already a dream come true because I've wanted to see them forever. And then when they announced that they were breaking up back in the day, I was like, oh god, great, yay, it's never gonna happen. So that was already one dream come true. And then we went to the merch booth and I was like, that is one item that I'm leaving here with, come hell or high water. Because Mikey's always been like one of my favorite band members. I just think he's so cool. Very talented. And it's just an iconic emo t-shirt. I had to have it, and now I own it, and my life is a little bit more complete. Switching gears a little bit. Anyone feeling in a spooky mood? This is my Day to Remember limited edition Halloween t-shirt. I don't remember what year this was. This might have been 2019, 2020? Either way, I own a lot of A Day to Remember merch. I thought this was really sick, really fun, really cool. It also glows in the dark. At least I'm pretty sure it glows in the dark. 99.9% sure it does. I just haven't worn it in the dark in a long time. I do often wear this t-shirt though, because I really love the design on it. Another piece of OG Hot Topic merch. What y'all know about 2014 Capture the Crown? What y'all know about Jason Derulo covering Capture the Crown, y'all? What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? People don't believe me when I tell them that I found Capture the Crown in like 2013, 2014, maybe even 2012. It was shortly after they posted their Jason Derulo covers, because that's how deep of a rabbit hole I was in on YouTube, is that I stumbled across those, and I was like, this is amazing. And I quickly became a fan. I found like their original albums. I really liked them. Found the t-shirt at Hot Topic. Had to have it to support them. And it's still one of the it's probably one of the oldest pieces of band merch that I own. It's a time capsule in many different ways, not just for its age, but just for the design. This kind of graphic design and aesthetic was everywhere back in the day. And I feel like it's kind of starting to make a comeback, but it's more ironic. I don't know. But it was everywhere back in the day. A lot of you watching this probably already know that, you lived through it, but, you know, there may be some baby emos, baby metalheads that don't know. Side note, if you want a really, really good video essay about the history of band merch, go check out Crustbag's video. I actually found him through that video, and ever since then I've been hooked on his channel. He makes amazing content. The band merch one especially is just, it's such a great video. I'll link it down below. You should check his channel out. He's amazing. Also, Crustbag, if you ever come across this, wow, it sounds like an insult to address you like that. Mr. Crustbag. If you ever come across this, bro, I love your stuff. We have generally different tastes in music, but like, I feel like it would be a fun conversation. Y'all want to see some local stuff? This is just a t-shirt of a local band that my friend was in that is no longer a band, but I got this way back then to support them and support their band. Even though they're not a band anymore, it's just a really cool, sentimental moment in time merch piece for me. And another one of my first pieces of band merch, we're really getting into early Chey. At my other house, you're going to see more current Chey. This is like a lot of past younger Chey. One of my first ever merch items for my first ever favorite band of, like, new bands, Asking Alexandria. Let me fix that. That looks freaking awful. There we go. One of my first ever merch items. I love this shirt with a love that is more than love. It has been worn very many times. I think I've worn it twice to see them live. Just very sentimental to me, very representative of my journey as a baby emo. It very much signifies the beginning of the journey into discovering my own music taste. Because up until about this point, I had really just gone off of my parents' taste and stuff like that, which they're into rock and metal and all kinds of stuff. But Asking Alexander was the first band that I ever discovered, like, newer band that I ever discovered, like, on my own, and found that I loved them. So this piece is very sentimental to me. It's symbolic of a lot of things, especially that time in my life. Also, Reckless and Relentless era, even though personally for them it was, like, terrible to their health and stuff, one of my favorite musical eras. A cool piece of recent merch, another little sweater, is this Halloween Cliff Diver crew neck that I own. I got this in December, at the last show I ever saw in 2023. I was debating on what to pick up from their booth, and I thought this was a t-shirt at first, and they pointed out to me it was a crew neck sweater, and I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta have it. It's got little bats on the sleeve, it's got Cliff Diver, it's just perfect for a spooky mood and being cozy. Cliff Diver is also one of the most fun bands I've ever seen live. Go check them out. Now for the various miscellaneous kind of music t-shirts I'd like to show off. There's only a few of these, maybe only just one. But the very first one, which I was wearing yesterday, I have since changed, is my Blackbird t-shirt. If you don't know, Blackbird is a studio in Nashville. It's where I went to go study audio engineering, studio engineering in particular. And there's a phrase that is constantly said, especially by the owner and founder of Blackbird, John McBride, which is simply, either you rock or you suck. Wait, I found it. The other piece of Beartooth merch. It is the in-between shirt. This is the second one. If you don't believe me, there are two. Hold on. Where did it go? Here it is. No, that's Body Snatcher. Here it is. There are two. I promise. See? Twins. Twins. Good to know if I ever discover I have a lost twin, we'll have matching Beartooth merch. Y'all, I just found one that I forgot about. I knew I had a second class shirt somewhere. This very well-worn, well-loved crop top of London Calling. So now I gotta make sure that I add another tally into my total count. This thing fell behind one of the backs of the drawers in my wardrobe. That's why it looks like what it does. But I just need to document that I'm finding this stuff everywhere. Another thing that I wore all the time in college. Alright, we're down to the last few, so let's just breeze through it. Another local band that played with my friend's band Anapura is this band. Y'all know I'm all about supporting local music, so I had to pick up a shirt from them. They are called Thresholds, and they were really good. I don't know if they're still together. Editing Chey will Google it and find out if she can. But I bought their t-shirt, I got a CD, I really liked them, they were good. Just another really cool A Day to Remember t-shirt. They always have, I think, the most fun graphic t-shirts, especially depicting their band. I got this one, I think, like, oh man, I think I may have gotten this one in high school, like maybe even before college. I feel like I remember wearing it in gym at school, like in high school. Yeah, just another one of my favorite designs. Really fun. And if y'all want to take it back to 2012 to 2013 again, pierce the veil, baby. How many of y'all just got whiplash? I just tucked in the sleeves because I think it looks neater that way. I did not cut off the sleeves. This is a short sleeve t-shirt. Maybe I should cut off the sleeves though, because that looks kind of sick, not gonna lie. I don't own much Pierce the Veil merch. A lot of what I own is from the Collide with the Sky era, because that is one of my favorite albums of all time. And what a time to be alive. What a time to be a baby emo when that album dropped. I remember when that album first came out. But seriously, that album, and there's gonna be a whole video about it, the Collide with the Sky, not Hold On Till May. I was gonna say Hold On Till May broke everybody when it came out. And I remember King for a Day, me and Angel used to watch King for a Day, the music video, on the school bus all the time. But there's a video coming about this specific album because I am 100,000% sure that it helped shape what I love in sound, like what my engineer ears love in sound in music, because I think it's one of my favorite albums of all time. So, I don't know, I think it was a defining cornerstone moment in the development of my engineer ears. Speaking of feeling old, so I got this shirt at their 15 Years in the Making tour. It was the first time I ever went to Baltimore, and also the first and only time I've ever been medically evacuated from a show. Yeah, they dropped a 300-pound man on me on my neck at the barricade. You might say, oh, Chey, that's you know, an accident that happens. I didn't see it coming because my glasses had gotten broken during Papa Roach. Yeah, like my glasses broke. Like, they got full on broken, and so I couldn't see anything coming, and people were being awesome and, like, tapping me on the head when crowd surfers were coming, because I couldn't see the crowd surfers coming, so I couldn't help them, so they would, like, pat me on the head so I could duck down and they could help them. And then, during the beginning of If It Means a Lot to You, they forgot to do it. And they dropped this man on the back of my neck, and my head slammed into the barricade because I was at the metal barricade. And when I went down with this dude on me, the metal bar of the barricade hit between my nose and my upper lip. And I heard the medics scream, "Holy shit!" And then the last thing I remember between then and leaving was them screaming that and then hauling me over the barricade. And I was having to stumble out, feeling in my teeth with my tongue, trying to see if I'd lost any teeth. All while If It Means a Lot to You had just started. So I couldn't listen to A Day to Remember for like 2 years after this happened. I'm not gonna lie. I was traumatized. That being said, I still love this shirt. I still love A Day to Remember. The only regret that I have about this shirt is that I was a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier set girl when I bought it, and I have since lost that weight, and now it's huge on me. And of course, I couldn't have anticipated the weight loss, of course, so I didn't have the foresight to buy a size smaller, but c'est la vie. And the final 2 pieces of merch I want to show y'all in this segment are really gonna give some of y'all whiplash. Are you ready? Take a moment. Take all the time you need. If you know what this is referencing, you may be entitled to financial compensation. How many times am I going to say that in this video? And again, this is another case of one of the very first pieces of band merch I ever owned. Because yes, at 13 years old, I was listening to Suicide Silence. At 12, actually. When I was 12, March to the Black Crown was my favorite album. For those of you that don't know what this is referencing the song You Only Live Once by Suicide Silence. That music video, when it first came out, I remember just being absolutely iconic. It still is iconic, let's not lie to ourselves. And I miss Mitch a lot. I still love Silence. This is awesome. I'm so glad that I have this. Very representative of young Chey's first foray into music by herself. The Black Crown, when it first came out, quickly became one of my favorite albums. It still is, honestly, an amazing album. Slaves to Substance is one of my favorite songs. I think Suicide Silence was probably the first, like, heavier band in the realm of the heavier than, like, screamo or metalcore that I first found by myself and became a fan of. So they're really special to me. Black Crown was one of my first ever favorite albums in that type of music. I found it soon after it came out, and it quickly became my favorite album at the time. I think I was, like, 12, 13. That album also had a major impact on young Chey. I used to wear this shirt a lot in middle school and high school whenever we were allowed to wear t-shirts at school, until they told me that I needed to stop because it had the word suicide on it, so I wasn't allowed to wear it anymore. I love it. I love Suicide Silence. They're still really great. Alright, I'm now sweaty and gross and a little bit tired, so I'm gonna go get something to drink, and I'm gonna send y'all over to second half Chey. Hi. How we doing? I am not setting up my ring light to do this portion of the video because hopefully it will be a relatively shorter portion, and also this is going to be right before I go to bed. I'm filming this at 9:30 for no reason. I just put it off during the day. It's funny that I'm saying that because I'm actually filming this part first because I've been trapped here ever since the snowstorm. That sounds too dark. I haven't been trapped here at home. I just have been snowed in for a while, and then it's been raining hard the past few days, so I just haven't been able to go to my own house, to my other house, so I haven't been able to conduct the countdown, the count out there yet. Since I'm here, I'm going to be doing this one first, but you're going to be seeing it second. That way I can just add it up to the total later. And we're going to get started by counting the tops in my closet. And this is the only top I'm wearing. I'm not wearing a band t-shirt. I'm wearing a Fender t-shirt, so that doesn't count. So we're going to get started on my closet. Probably won't do my dresser tonight. Probably do that in the morning, but we're gonna do the closet tonight. Tell me she's an audio engineer / emo without telling me that she's an audio engineer / emo. This is gonna be painful. Why am I doing this at 9:30 at night? And which end do I want to start from? We have the first one for Beartooth. It's my berry cloak. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, we've run into a string of different t-shirts. We're to the portion of the closet that are my tour t-shirts that I've gotten on recent tours, so this is Set It Offs. I didn't show it, but I had an all-time low one just there a second ago. Speaking of tour t-shirts, when I saw My Kim in Nashville, life-changing experience. Not a tour t-shirt, but The Doors. I used to wear this all the time. Kesha, tour t-shirt from 2023. Amazing show. Do I count my Sumerian Records t-shirt? I'm gonna count it. I'm gonna count it. It only feels fair to count it. So I got these the same night, 2 of my Hallowake t-shirts, and I have, I think, 2 more, maybe just 1 more, but I is it at my other house in the drawer? I don't know. Oxymorons. Let me just, yeah. So this is what we're working with. That is a pile, and then we have that, and then there's a pile over there. Whoops. Right now, before I start counting, I'm gonna go through the closet and just make sure I didn't miss anything, and then we're gonna go through and count them all up. Ahaha, I did miss something. Come here, you. A blast from the past, my AA denim vest. Way too big on me now, I think. Reckless and Relentless era, anybody? So there's no extras that I forgot except for the vest, but I want to show you how much of a gap there is now in my closet. I now have that much room in my closet. Yikes. Okay, so I didn't film a montage of me sorting all the shirts out and putting them into piles, but rest assured, I did. It's done. It was a fairly quicker process than I thought. It was a little bit sweaty, but we got it done. So I went through, I sorted them out into piles the best I could. When I finished pulling everything out of my closet, I brought my mom in here to look at it, and I was like, can you help me sort all this out? And she said, I don't think you have enough room. I took everything personally as a challenge, and I did have enough room, so... But just barely. Tomorrow, going through my wardrobe drawers will probably be a different story. There's a lot of piles, but honestly not that much to the piles. Except for Beartooth and a few other exceptions, every pile just has 1 shirt or 1 top so far, so it'll be a pretty quick and easy process, I think. I'll just blow right through them. But some overall general stats for you. But overall, there are 20 different piles. I pulled 20 different artists, bands. Alright, so I guess let's get to getting into the piles. So I tried on purpose not to show you too much of the piles during that little segment because here's the reveal. Here are all the different piles. Just spread everywhere. Spread everywhere. Okay, now you might be wondering, what is that giant black mass over there? That's the Beartooth merch. Everything else is just like 1 or 2 t-shirts, and then we just have that pile. You can't even really see it that well, that it's like the density of it. There we go. Look at that density to that. That is a deep pile. I have yet to count how many individual pieces are in this pile itself, but I will do that in a minute. Right now, we're just gonna go over the rest of the piles. Beartooth. All Time Low. Ghost. A Day to Remember. Luke Combs. Kesha. Hallowake. Oxymorons. Sumerian Records. Ella Langley. Bad Omens. The Clash. Bob Seger. Asking Alexandria. Dragged Under. Emo Orchestra. Set It Off. Nothing Nowhere. The Doors. And finally, MCR. Like I said, I think this is going to be a pretty easy, pretty quick count through because most of these piles only have 1 or 2 pieces to them. Most of them only have 1. So you pretty much just saw a majority of the collection from my closet. Right now, though, I'm going to go through and individually count every single piece for a total and then tally up how many only have 1 piece per pile or how many artists have more than 1. And we'll get a total for Beartooth and we'll probably run through my Beartooth pile real fast. Alright, kiddaroonies, I'm sorry I just said that, but we have a grand total. Our grand total for the closet is 34 pieces. Not bad. Not bad. Honestly, kind of weak sauce for me. For me, I know. You're probably also laughing at that considering this is going to be the second part of the video where you've seen a lot of them at the other house. You're probably like, Chey, but for you, yeah, this is weak. The artist with the most, drum roll please, it's gonna come as no surprise, is Beartooth with 11 pieces, counting the one that I am currently wearing. The artist coming in second is Hallowake. Congrats, Hallowake boys. Congrats. If you don't know who Hallowake is, they're a local band in Nashville. They're really good, really rockin'. Their stuff will be down in the script below, along with all the other bands. Like I have said before, probably in this video, go check them out. Go support them. By the time this video comes out, I think they'll probably have new music out. Maybe? Fingies crossed? I hope I didn't just jinx anything. I'm gonna have to check their socials before I leave this part in. But anyway, go check them out. Go support your local music. And actually, as part of supporting some of my local dudes, I'm actually going to show you the t-shirts that I have in my closet from them, and I'll go over the Beartooth t-shirts I have as well, or the Beartooth pieces I have as well. Sorry, I was blinding you for a second. Don't look at my Pops collection. It's cringe. I was 14, okay? Also, please keep in mind as I show you these t-shirts, I have been throwing them around for a little bit tonight, throwing them out of the closet, throwing them in piles, tossing them around on the bed. So they're going to be wrinkly. They're gonna look scrungly, but I promise you, they're all in great condition. I take very good care of my band t-shirts. Without further ado, here is the first Hall Awake one. Here's the second. And here's the third. As for the Beartooth pieces, we have my Barry Phantom Cloak, which was a limited edition drop they did for the Below release during Halloween. Barry's cloak is just a cloak with 2 snakes on the back. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I have 2 windbreakers, so the first is from Disease. The other one is from the Below era. Then we have my other Riptide hoodie. I have 2 of them. I'm wearing one currently. This is the second. I love this one. It is so cozy. It is so warm and just soft on the inside. I wear this all the time. Or at least I used to wear it all the time before I got my service hoodies. Then we have my Beartooth Christmas sweater, one of a few that I own. Talking about those Beartooth The Surface hoodies, this is another one of the most comfortable hoodies that I own. This is the back of it. Pretty cool, pretty sick. Beartooth hockey jersey from the Below era. Beartooth Below tie-dye t-shirt. Pretty cool, like a motorcycle patch. Love it. We have a Below tour t-shirt. I don't remember which part of the Below tour this one. I went to both parts. I went to part 1 and part 2. So this is part 1, because this is when I saw them in Atlanta. I also went to part 2 when they came to Nashville. So that other tour t-shirt is around here somewhere. And finally, the last one is this one. This is the last Beartooth t-shirt in my closet. Number 10. Okay, I'm tired. I'm sweaty. We got our numbers. I'm gonna put all this up and go to bed. Alright, day 2. So we are gonna get started on my wardrobe dresser, pulling all the band t-shirts out of there. I have showered, so I have changed into one of them, and I'll have to remember to count this one among the pile, which I probably won't until I review this footage. Time will only tell. But I'm going to get started pulling the t-shirts out of there, spreading them out across the room as much as I can. I don't think it's going to be an easy task. I don't think I'm going to have enough room, but we're just going to see where it takes us. Alright, everything is now sorted and in piles and in place, and it all somehow fits on my bed. How I made that happen? I don't know. Very carefully is the answer. The total number of different groups is now 18. That is compared to 20 piles that came out of my closet. So just a little bit less, but just barely. 18 different piles, 18 different artists. Or is it 19? It's 19 because guess what? I forgot to count the shirt that I'm wearing, which is the Doors t-shirt. So technically 19 different groups. 18 on my bed, 1 on me. I told you I would forget, didn't I? The total number of pieces in these 18 piles is 33. There are 33 different pieces of merch here. Now this will surprise no one. Beartooth once again had the most number of merch pieces with 7 total. I included my jackets in this because I counted my hoodies, so I might as well include my jackets, right? They're tops, they count. So there are 5 Beartooth t-shirts and 2 of my denim jackets. They have the most with 7, but what's interesting about this collection of these groups is that there's a lot less 1 t-shirt per pile, and quite a few more that have 2 or 3 per pile. In fact, how many of them have 2 or 3, have more than one? 7 of the 19 groups, that's almost half, 7 of the 19 groups have more than one t-shirt, or more than one merch item. So what does that tell you? Probably the same thing it's been telling you this whole video. I have way too much merch. The merch piles that have more than one item are George Ezra, Luke Combs, 21 Pilots, Bad Omens, Metallica, of course Beartooth over here, and then Rivals. Going over all the different artists of these piles, we have Amon Amarth, AC/DC, Aria, Ice Cube, Turnstile, Luke Combs, George Ezra, 21 Pilots, Bad Omens, Metallica, The Beatles, Rivals, Slipknot, Nil, The Dirty Nil, A Day to Remember, Suicide Silence, the Mitch Lucker In Memoriam t-shirt, Periphery, and then Beartooth, and Beartooth. And then the last group, as I mentioned, is The Doors, which I am currently wearing this t-shirt. It came out of this wardrobe, so it counts. I've had this shirt forever. I love it. It's very lived in, it's very cozy, it's very comfortable to me, but it's held up very well. I've had this like since middle school. I love it a lot. And now, as I did with the closet pile, I'm just gonna go through and show you all the Beartooth t-shirts real fast. I'm not gonna worry about showing you the full front or the full back of all these t-shirts. I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown. So this is their Disease Tour shirt. This is one of the t-shirts that they released whenever they were doing the Journey Below live stream. It's just got the Journey Below on the pocket and then basically the same design on the back with the band's name. Pretty cool. Then we have one of my favorite Beartooth t-shirts, which has their faces on it. It's a Below era t-shirt, as you can see right there, in like this 80s kind of horror design. I love it a lot. I wear it a lot. It's one of my faves. Then we have just the Beartooth Below era general t-shirt. This might be the one with Barry on the back. Hold on. Okay, so I was right. This is not the general Below era t-shirt. This is the Below t-shirt, I think, that came with the special edition Revolver magazine, I believe. It came with some special edition magazine that I got. But anyway, this is the back. It's really cool. And then here is the other Beartooth Below tour t-shirt that I was telling you about that I had somewhere, and I knew it was somewhere. It was in the wardrobe. So this would be the one that I got in Nashville on Below Part Tour. Below Tour Part 2. And I just want to mention some other cool gems I have in here. This is one of my favorite Dirty Nil t-shirts. It's because I don't really own any red t-shirts, as you've seen, so this one's really cool. This one is the ADTR crew support t-shirt. This one came out at the beginning of COVID when they were raising funds to pay for their crew, who understandably had just pretty much lost their jobs in the wake of the pandemic, so pretty proud to own this one, especially now as a crew member myself. This one is Mitch Lucker. Now, I'm about to make a bunch of y'all feel as old as I feel. I got this when Mitch, unfortunately, had just passed away. Hot Topic released this. I think the funds went to his family or something. But I got this very, very shortly after he passed because Suicide Silence was one of my favorite bands at the time. Still is one of my favorite bands. And let's talk real quick about this beauty right here. This is my favorite Beartooth item that I own. It is my black denim jacket. I've had this thing for years. It pretty much sold out on the website, but my mom managed to snag one a few years ago with some of the last remaining stock. I wear this thing like it's my job. I wear this thing everywhere as much as I can. I've pretty much worn it to every Beartooth show I've ever been to, I think except for one. It's just a blacked out denim jacket with Beartooth on the back in all black. It's so soft. It's so comfortable. Probably one of my favorite merch items I own, not only a Beartooth, but overall. I love the Amon Amarth shirt because when I saw them on tour, so the back, they had shirts specific to the venue and the city. So the back of it says, "I got hammered in Silver Springs." Love that. And of course, last but not least, we have to talk about the Periphery shirt. It's a long sleeve, and it has one of my favorite t-shirt designs, just because I love wearing it out, because people think it says "Hail Satan," but clearly doesn't. It's Stan, but it's cute. I love it. So we have successfully emptied out my wardrobe and my closet, counted all the band merch that I have in those two places, all the tops at least. Not all the band merch, but all the band merch that are tops. So hoodies, jackets, t-shirts. We had 20 groups in the closet, 18 in the... 20 groups in the closet. We had 20 groups in the closet. Sorry, that phrasing is just... I could have phrased it better. We had 20 over there, and 18 in here, 19 in here. That gives us a grand total of 39 groups. So out of the 20 different piles from the closet and the 19 different piles from the wardrobe, we have a grand total of 67 individual merch pieces. 67 individual pieces. Just 67 tops. How many different artists is that, though? Because I know I had 20 and then 19. Hold on, let me see how many individual artists there are. Because some were obviously repeats. Let me do some quick girl math. I'm not even going to stop filming. Clash. Not cash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19, 20, 21, 32, 33, 34. I believe it's 34. Let me double count. Double check, not double count. By my counting, by my band girl math, it is 34 different groups, 34 different artists, including Sumerian record label. Yes, not really an artist, but I'm counting it. If you count Sumerian, there are 34 different artists represented. There are 34 different artists represented among these 67 different merch items. That's like almost 2 per artist. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's pretty cool. Alright, that's enough out of me. I'm gonna send you over to wrap up Chey because I need to clean all this up, and you need to get to the final stats. Wrap up Chey, take it away. Hey guys, started off like a stereotypical every YouTuber. Hey guys, in this video, no, none of that. We're at the end of this. We made it. I look a bit like a mad scientist, and that is because I took a shower, and it's been raining outside all day, so the humidity is just poof. And you know what? I don't even care because it's very fitting. I feel like a mad scientist a bit after this experiment. It took me a while, but I finally got my room cleaned up and everything put back. It's weird to see my floor again not being covered in a variety of colors, mostly black. But it's also nice. I have my floor back. And everything is nicely put away into my wardrobe and dresser, and finally, so many things have a home that did not have a home before. That being said, I am here to give you the final stats, the final wrap-up. I have spent the past day and most of today going over and over and over all of this math, reviewing the video footage. I finally got a lot of it imported into Final Cut and was going through it to double, triple, quadruple check all my math, and I have come across some disturbing conclusions, which I'll get to in a minute. Not necessarily disturbances, but discrepancies. Here is the girl math in real time. Y'all see this? I out here cooking up formulas over band merch. Now, the question that I know is on everyone's minds, the one that y'all are just frothing at the bit to find out the answer to. How many total pieces of merch did there end up being? 219. Yeah. I don't think I have a problem. Some people do. Yeah, I may have a problem. 219. There are 219 total pieces of merch from my house, from my parents' house, from all the places that could get my grubby little hands on and count. There were 219. Now, some of the most math coherent of you may go back through this video and tally up to be like, is she telling the truth? And you will notice that throughout the video, I counted up 67 at the home, at my parents' home, and a various total here, like 150. And you might say, Chey, that doesn't add up. Chey, something's not adding up. Something's not adding up, Chey. Well, that's because, like I said, going back and reviewing the footage today and going back and redoing all the math, I noticed a couple of discrepancies. Number one, and the most disturbing thing that is bothering the heck out of me, my Beartooth tank top has vanished. I know it's around here somewhere. I don't know why I haven't found it or haven't seen it. It exists. I have photographic evidence it exists, and I love that thing almost more than life itself. It's around here somewhere. So I also included it into the final total. So there's one that was unaccounted for in the previous footage. It's still unaccounted for, but now I recognize that it was supposed to be there the whole time. Told you I'm feeling the mad scientist vibes. So here at my own house, I ended up having a total of 152 merch items. Then at my parents' house, I ended up having a total of 67, as I said in the video. Yeah, I forgot to count the hoodie that I was wearing again in the total that I added up for that. I counted it initially when I was like, oh, there's 10 Beartooth merch items. Oh, wait, there's 11 because I'm wearing it. Yeah, when I added up the total, I forgot to include it in the massive 67 items total, so it should have been 68. So here we have 152 plus 68. 220 merch items.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
This is me realizing in real time that, again, I forgot to count the Beartooth hoodie towards the final amount, so it was supposed to be 220 merch items total. There's 220 total. Because 9 plus 62 plus 81 plus 67 is 219 plus one more is 220. So I have 220 total merch items. Oh, how the mighty fall. That means my math is wrong. Ah! I have to do my math again! Where's my calculator? Oh, God. Okay. I had stats and percentages, and it's fine. I'm gonna have to do them right here in front of you. This is real time, real math. You're going back to school. Get in there. Ow. So there's 220 merch items. Okay. There is. Please to God tell me that I counted that correctly. 11 plus 7 is what, Chey? 18 plus 26. Where did that come from? Oh, plus the 1. Before I get to recalculating the percentages again, I'm going to share the stats that have not changed because of this revelation. Great, so we have the corrected total. But how many different artists did there end up being? I'm going to say this, and this is not a joke. I'm not memeing. 69. Nice. I know it sounds like a joke, but it's not. Yes, even though Sumerian's a record label, I'm counting it because it's the only record label shirt that I own. And a record label is made up of various different artists, so I think it's representative of an artist. I have quickly found that there is a hard line to draw between what counts as a music t-shirt and what doesn't. And I know throughout this video I've mentioned the various miscellaneous music t-shirts that I own. They were not included in the total roundup count. The 220 that I mentioned are actually just t-shirts of different groups and artists and the one record label one. So 220 items total, 69 different individuals, artists, bands. Let's delve a little bit more into that. Who had the most merch in this whole endeavor? No one's shocked. It's Beartooth. Beartooth ended up with a total of 45 pieces of merch in this whole thing. I wanted to see what percentage that was of the entire collection, and this is where I'm going to redo the math right in front of you, because originally it was 20.5%. Just a smidgen over a quarter of 1/5 of my entire merch collection of tops is Beartooth. It's not going to change that much. It's 45 times 100. 20.45 repeating. So still just a little bit over 20%. Beartooth, one artist, accounts for just a little over 1/5 of my entire merch collection of tops throughout my life so far that I can find. Just one band. A lot of you, including me, saw that coming. Maybe not the percentage, but definitely saw who the top dog was gonna be. We had some surprising runners-up. After going through and tallying up the totals for every artist, here are our next runners-up. While Beartooth blew away the competition with 45 different pieces, the next one was A Day to Remember with 15 pieces. After A Day to Remember comes Ghost with 12 pieces, Asking Alexandria with 11, and then 21 Pilots with 9. And then there were quite a few artists who had like 3, 4, or 5 pieces, but I just wanted to share some of the top ones. That being said, there were a lot of artists who had only one piece. Not the one piece, just one piece of merch. I'm gonna get so sick of saying the word piece and merch and item, I noticed there seemed to be quite a lot, so I went through, added them up, and there was a total of 40. 40 artists who only had one piece in the collection. Back to redoing math. Back to redoing math. 40. 40. 40. 40. 40. 40. 40. That comes out to 18% of the collection. 40 artists, one piece a piece, 40 artists, one piece a piece.
The prophecy is true.
One piece a piece. Watch girl become confounded by words. 40 pieces by 40 different artists. 40 pieces, one piece per artist, make up for 18% of the collection. 18% of the collection is made up, represented by artists who have only one piece each in the collection. Nailed it. That's a pretty interesting statistic. I tongue twister. That's a pretty interesting That's a pretty interesting statistic when you compare it alongside the Beartooth one, where they make up 20.45%. That those individual artists, even though they only have one piece apiece, make up 18% of the entire thing. I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. I'm tired. My brain is so fried from so much math and just trying to go back and be like, wait, how many are there? How many of those? How many of that? As for the miscellaneous, I think it's like 10. I'm gonna round it out to like 10. So say 220 plus 10, give or take. I'm not even gonna worry about what percentage they make up of the collection. I'd say it's a very small percentage if I can't even name it off the top of my head. Even though this was tiring, it was a fun exercise going back and seeing what all I've collected, seeing who I have represented in my merch. I found some old favorites, I found some new favorites, I have restocked my wardrobes and dressers with pieces that I haven't seen in years that I can't wait to wear again. I have also retired some of my more present pieces, that way I can kind of rediscover them again in the future and be like, wait, oh my gosh, I used to love wearing this, let me get it back out, and that way I'm kind of like recycling in a way. Re-going through a cycle, not, I guess you're kind of reusing and recycling. You get what I'm saying, that way I can cycle them out every few years. And maybe I'll do that every time I try to redo this video, because it is going to be an evolving process. I am going to be getting more and more merch. 'Tis the way of the world. 'Tis the way of a music fan. I know I'm definitely going to be getting merch if I can at all the upcoming shows that I'm going to be going to, so in the next few years, look for them in the re-up of this video. That's going to be fun. And I'm currently wearing one of my Ghost t-shirts. This is one of the ones I was talking about, the old favorites that I dragged out to put into wearing again. I'm also wearing it for another video I'm currently filming, but I don't know when that'll be out, so I won't say too much. This was a fun exercise, though. It was a very tiring exercise, but fun. It's fun. I think I am going to continue with the merch counting experiment, so next is probably going to be bottoms and accessories, because I don't have that many bottoms. I have a couple sweatpants, but I have more of the accessories than pretty much anything. When that's going to be filmed, I honestly have no idea, but yeah. This was so much fun that I do plan on doing it eventually. Then maybe we'll see if it goes from there. As for right now, though, I'm gonna go listen to some music, because I haven't done that in a while. I know what's wrong with me. This whole video is about band merch and music merch, and yet I haven't listened to music in a little bit. I've been in a reading mood, so thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for sticking around. How much merch do you own? Is this video inspiring you to count your own, or is it making you afraid to count your own? Don't be a coward, go do it. Or estimate in the comments how many pieces of merch you think you own. I make a ton of other music-related videos on this channel, planning on making a ton more concert vlogs, music reviews, happy ears moments, vlogs like this where I just do little whatever experiments come into my chaotic brain and usually make me end up rethinking my life, but at the end it's a fun time. So if you want to see any of that, make sure you hit the subscribe button to stick around. But as for right now, thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you ain't heard it from anyone else today, I love you. Love and peace. Bye!